All right, recording. Go for it, mate.
Yo, yo, you are watching Rear Naked Chat, and we are doing a review of episode 11 of TUF Live, aka season 15,
AKA
aka
Cruz
Cruz
versus
versus
Faber.
Faber, aka a format that's probably never going to get used again because it's shit. Uh,
AKA it's not Cruz versus Faber anymore.
anymore, yeah, that too. Um,
Cruz versus no, it's Cruz bracket. What's his name? Barral
wow,
versus Faber.
yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, man, like I said, we're up to episode 11. I mean,
What's
it's
this? This was
started
the
off
semi-finals, wasn't it?
second quarterfinals, second
Second
set of
quarterfinals. Yeah.
quarterfinals. So yeah, the show started off with a little recap of last week. Not much to report there, really. They pretty much said everything we said last week about the fights.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you want to know what that was,
Go
go
back.
watch it. No freebies here. Uh, and yeah, and it just kind of went straight into the fights of this week, didn't it? Really,
Yeah, there was a bit about Chris Saunders.
bit about Wonders, yeah, shit life.
Yeah, a little bit of a
Uh,
terrible life.
yeah,
Um,
because that's the thing actually. Because a lot of times when you see these guys, especially in MMA, who have like the pink hair or the fucking painted nails and shit, I generally just think, oh fuck off, like
really? Okay.
just attention seeking. It's just look at me, look at me. It's like, come on, man, you're going in a cage and fighting someone. Do you really need that extra fucking?
Yeah, I feel the same with the guys who have too much colour in their tattoos. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's like it's unnecessary. But in a situation like this, where you've got someone like Chris Saunders, when he was breaking down his life history and just how terrible it was, like basically he was abandoned by his parents and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. All right, fair enough. You do what you want with your hair, mate. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah, true. I forgive you
You've had
for
it
that.
pretty tough. I think
Yeah.
Chris Lieben's another one like that, where it's
Yeah,
like
you forgive them. You
yeah, if you
forgive
want
them
to
for the
dye
hair
your hair,
dye.
mate, that's up to you. Whatever it takes.
I'm just glad you're not killing anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to judge you on that. Um, but I've noticed as well, Saunders, he's got a bit of a weird accent. Is that
He's
just me?
Canadian. He's Canadian, isn't he?
I thought he was from LA.
No, no, no. He's Canada. I suspected it last time. I was like, but no, no, surely not. And
Have
then
you
they
looked
actually
it up?
mentioned it. No, no, they mentioned it this week. I hope I'm right here now.
Because I remember, because I think I must have got confused where he said he trained with Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
So I was thinking he must be from LA, but then I was like, is he just like grown up in a Mexican neighborhood? So he's kind of like, you get these guys that hang with loads of black people and they start talking with like a
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. There.
like Mexican equivalent. It's like, hey man, what's happening? A shitty life, man. No, I guess he was Canadian
Yeah, he's
instead,
just from
which sounds
Canada.
nothing like Mexican. So I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. But I suppose I was just trying to figure out what was going on. But yeah,
But no,
uh,
there was that bit when he was getting emotional on the bed.
yes, with Oak.
Have you noticed that anytime there's someone getting a bit emotional in the house, it's always Ogle hanging around,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
listening, giving advice. He loves it.
yeah. But he seems like he's a genuinely sort of nice dude. Like he
Yeah,
wants to
yeah,
help
yeah.
people.
He just attracts that kind of thing out of people. It's like, look, I'm Andy Ogle. If you
Yeah,
want to cry about something, let's just get it on, man. Let's do
I'm not
it.
going to judge you.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I help you. Let's go.
Vent it
Oh,
out.
you like crying? Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, he just seems like a very likable guy in general. Overall, they all seem to like him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But more on him later, I think.
Yes. I've
Uh,
literally got nothing else to say about the show other than the fact that I really enjoy the bit when Brittany Palmer shows off the iPad and you get a
yeah,
nice, clear shot of bit of side tit.
he shot. Yeah, excellent. It's a good move.
I appreciate
Uh,
that.
yeah, yeah. Um,
And so,
I
yeah,
don't know how he does it as well. I'm not bothered either or really.
yeah, yeah. Happy either
It's
way.
not
Um,
either or. So yeah, I suppose might as well get down to the fight.
yeah, okay. So, fight round one. Then I've got Pichel. Oh, right. Yeah, he was. I felt like he wasn't listening to Dominic Cruz.
Right.
There was a number of examples
Maybe,
throughout the fight, but
maybe
early on he said to him, switch to a single, and you could tell, like having watched MMA, now it's like, yeah, if you do that, you'll probably be in a better position. He didn't do
yeah.
it.
I mean, maybe he was a little bit too confident, where he didn't think he had to listen, sort of thing. It seemed a bit that way, but
Yeah.
I like the intent, man. The intent was good. Like they both were energetic and they both seemed up for the fight.
Yeah.
Well, there was no real like feeling each other out or whatever. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
they went straight
get in
to
there
it.
and
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just fight. But there was a bit of caution there. It seemed like how do I want to put it? People don't when it's a knockout fight like that.
Yeah.
People don't want to take risks. I think so. There was a lot more. Saunders was going with a lot of trying to do a lot of dirty boxing and sort of grappling against the cage and not expose himself, sort of thing. So even though the energy was good and stuff, it wasn't really the most
It wasn't
entertaining.
No.
No.
Especially after what we had at the weekend on not the weekend during the week, the UFC on Fuel, was it?
Fuel or FX, I think it was
Fuel or FX, one of them. But like
Korean Zombie against
the last fight I saw before that was Korean Zombie versus fucking Dustin Poirier.
There you go. It's a big step down, isn't it?
And to go from that to that, jeez.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean that's seeing somebody who's at the highest level of their game.
Yeah, wasn't that just the most impressive display of MMA? He done a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
he couldn't have done any more. It's like I can strike, I can block strikes, I can take a punch to the face, I can do jiu-jitsu, I can defend jiu-jitsu, I'm aggressive, I'm creative. You know what I mean? Everything. I do it all.
And also fair play to Poirier. He came for the fight as well. And didn't tap, which is something that you're a fan of.
Yeah, definitely.
Took the knockout. But yeah, like if you knock someone out with your fist, that goes on your record, highlighted as a knockout.
Yeah.
Don't you think if you choke someone out, it should be the same
or break an arm or break a leg? That is strictly speaking a KO of sorts. It's like your head's. It's not that your head's knocked out. It's like your arm's knocked out.
It's out of commission.
Yeah, it's KO.
Yeah, because it's the ref has. I don't know. Let's say someone blatantly snapped your arm and then you got up and tried to keep fighting. Would the ref?
Yeah, that's sort of what happened with Tim Sylvia. He didn't tap. It broke, and he looked like he was going to carry on fighting, and the ref had to step.
Ref's like,
I think it was on him. It might have been someone else, but I've seen that happen where the fighter looks like he wants to fight.
Was that Frank Mir as well that broke?
Yeah. Frank Mir. Frank Mir's a fucking
arms.
He's just a breaker. He's a breaker.
Frank Breaker Mir.
Yeah,
that should be his nickname. Yeah. So yeah, then second round.
I've got the takedown strategy not working, and he should have stuck to grappling him up against the cage.
Dirty boxing.
Yeah, he should have just stuck to that.
Yeah.
But Saunders had very solid stand up.
Yeah.
In that second round.
Again, I like nice energy, willingness for a rock.
Yeah,
they were you could tell they were just up for the fight. As was shown by Pichel when you see when he had him in the clinch and he was throwing knees.
Yes,
He was going.
You know what I wrote down in my notes there? I wrote down Pichel unleashed hell for a bit.
One knee at a time. One piece of hell every time.
Yeah.
It's the intent, like he was putting everything into the knees, man. It was I've got to respect that.
Yeah, but again, he wasn't listening as well because I heard Cruz shout out, keep the wizard," and he didn't, and that must have been annoying.
Yeah, I mean, and I would say definitely in that round, Pichel was a lot more effective in what he was doing.
Yeah,
but I still felt the fight could have turned at any time. There's a couple of moments where Saunders just took a couple of big swings or whatever, and if he'd have connected...
but he reversed 2 takedown attempts as well, didn't he? And he outstruck him.
While Pichel was dominant, in general, I'd say... Well, second round, definitely, but... He wasn't miles ahead. He was still. Yeah, Saunders was in the fight the whole way, I guess.
Well, how did you score the rounds, the 2 rounds? Because I had one for each. I had 10-9 Saunders, then 10-9 Pichel.
I mean, I when they said it, I kind of thought, fair enough, just because.
I think if it would have gone a third, he would have won. Yeah.
Pichel was more effective with what he was doing.
Yeah.
Also, Saunders was pretty much just entirely going off heart.
Yeah.
Pichel was just the better fighter, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and also if you could tell by the end of the second, if this is going another round, he's definitely taking the third.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
just
yeah.
something about it. The momentum was starting to swing. But again, it would have been nice to see that third round because it is a fucking important match.
It's always fun. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have probably, if I had to score it, I'd have probably said first round draw, second
Right.
round Michelle.
Yeah. He only needs one judge to do that, and that's it. He
Yeah,
swung it.
that's it. Yeah.
Uh,
So, well, there was a bit of a weird bit at the end. Did you notice after the fight, Saunders, like, as, they did a little interview with
yeah.
John Anik, and then the camera's on him, and he goes, "Hi, mom. Hi, dad." And I was kind of like, "Didn't you say they abandoned you? Like, what? What are you saying hi to him for?"
Oh, yeah,
Like,
there.
fuck you. Fuck off, mum and dad. Look
That's
at
a
me now.
very good observation.
Yeah.
Something's not adding up here, mate, Chris.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if
Don't know if
they've
you're
obviously
bullshitting, or he might
they
have
might have
step
patched,
parents.
they've patched it up. So
Yeah,
it's, oh, true, yeah, or like
yeah, or step
adopted
parents.
parents or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I was thinking, yeah, man, if my mum and dad just ditched me and left me on my own to raise little kids and fucking feed and change their nappies,
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck you.
No, well, I'd
You
run up
ain't
to
getting none of this.
I'd run up to the camera. You're next, motherfuckers. Just driven to just destroy them.
Yeah. Well, the Ogle kind of said to him as well, like, I know it's hard for you, but that's clearly what's made you the fighter you are today.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
true
got
as well. Yeah. And also, I think there's something about. I mean, there's been a lot of successful last picks because they just don't really have the. Sometimes they crumble when they're
I
just
think
it totally fucks with them.
it can go one way or the other,
Yeah,
can't it?
it can.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody gets picked last and then has an average. Uh,
Yeah. They're either destroyed or they like, do much better than expected.
yeah,
I think Luke Cuomo or Como, whatever his name is, from
yeah.
season two, he was the best. He got all the way to after
Oh
being last pick.
yeah.
Uh,
It's good. Um,
right, so coming
yeah,
on to the
that's
next
about
fight,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, straight onto it, wasn't it? Really.
Mr.
Um,
Alan Iaquinta.
yeah. Oh, it's
versus,
funny actually because like obviously for this show I take notes as we go.
uh,
Um, and I actually wrote Iaquinta just seems like a solid, consistent guy.
yeah.
As soon as I wrote it down, it went to Ryan Faber, and he basically said the same thing. Like Iaquinta's just there.
Yeah.
It's just there's no, you don't really know what's going on with him. You don't know what's in his head.
I did enjoy Faber's impression of him this
Yeah,
week. Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah,
Summed it up in one facial expression, really.
yeah.
Um, and then Ogle, his opponent, obviously Andy Ogle. He's crazy, but I'm not sure he's the right kind of crazy for MMA.
Yeah,
He
I
is,
think I know what you mean by that.
I mean, like some people are nuts and it works for them.
Yeah.
Um, other people, like Chris Lieben again, is an
Yeah, I
example.
was just about to say, he, he waits until he gets punched in the face really hard, and then he
And then
just
just
goes mental.
unleashes the beast. Yeah, exactly. Whereas Ogle's a bit more emotional, it seems. But I don't know, man. I still think he's got a chance at a future.
You can see him like on a card in England,
Yes,
kind of thing.
yes,
That's his place for now, and then see
yeah,
what happens.
yeah. I mean, yeah, if he keeps training with Ross Pearson, he could be a Ross Pearson type.
Yeah, that could
I think
happen.
Ross Pearson is way ahead of him though, and he even was when he was on the
You
show.
rate
But
Ross Pearson quite a lot. I don't think I rate
I
him
do,
as
man.
much yet.
Have you? How many of his fights have you watched though?
I think I've probably seen them all, but nothing's jumped out yet. Like I only tend to notice fighters when something a little bit different happens. If you're just
Mhm.
winning, I tend not to notice you as much. If
Well,
it's
this is
just
the thing.
decisions.
I didn't rate him when he won the show. I actually expected Andre Winner to beat him,
Yeah, same here. He looks sharper and more exciting.
and then it took me a little while to come round. But then I think it was that Edson Barbosa fight when I really thought he actually looked pretty fucking.
Oh yeah, that was a good fight actually. That was a very
Um,
and in Brazil as well.
and in Brazil, he was in Brazil, intimidated, and he
Yeah.
brought the fight to him, man. And
Yeah.
I personally, I think if that wasn't Brazil, he could have got the win there. And
Could have.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I felt he was a little bit hard done by there. To be fair,
Mm.
I mean he pushed the action all the way.
Yeah.
Barbosa was just sort of not
Well,
running.
that's the thing.
at the
Ross
back.
Pearson has got a mixed game. He doesn't just do one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Ogle is sort of. I see why he says like that because he's kind of can do a little bit of everything. He just can't do anything that well, any
That
one
well,
thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when he gets good at all of them, he'll just be a fighter kind of thing.
He needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh,
You never know. It's weird actually coming off TUF. Some of the ones you think are going to go far
yeah.
don't, and then vice versa. Some of the sort of ones that maybe seemed a bit weaker
Yeah.
get their shit together, and
When that fight started, it
yeah,
eerily quiet, wasn't it? Because it was teammates fighting each other.
yeah, a bit weird.
It was weird, man. And I was just watching it
Yeah, a
thinking,
bit weird. I mean, they handled it a bit better than they did on the Brazilian version.
yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, it's still a bit weird. Um,
yeah.
yeah, and they actually, I did. There's one thing I noticed in that fight really is, like the general fans of UFC seem to prefer stand-up battles
Yeah,
because, like, you see sometimes that if people are on the ground too much, they'll start booing
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that kind of shit.
yeah,
Um, but I think stand-up can sometimes, if no one's taking risks,
yeah.
stand-up can be pretty boring as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a version of stand-up which is like almost like lay and pray.
Yeah, it's like I say, no one really wants to commit, and they're
Yeah.
just sort of in and out. It's a bit
It's like shadow
petty.
box. It's like shadow boxing almost. It's like you're not really hitting each other here.
Yeah, and I think we were getting a bit of that in this fight early on.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays I think I'd much rather watch a good jiu-jitsu war
Oh, I've been
than
really loving jiu-jitsu recently. Really.
over a kind of half-assed stand-up battle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure.
And doesn't it feel like all the crowds, no matter where they go, they're more knowledgeable in the jiu-jitsu game? Like you're hearing like the crowd are getting
Yeah,
popped off just certain moves now, certain position changes, which
they're
never
getting there.
used to happen. Like a crowd pop on that.
No, no, it's true. And like I said before, like you'd get people booing if the ground,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but people are
It's like
idiots.
everyone
So
knows what's going to happen now. It's like this is what should
it's not.
happen, and if this
Yeah.
doesn't, that's amazing.
And I think you credit Joe Rogan's commentary for
Yeah,
that
yeah, definitely.
because he breaks shit down for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like he'll say, like this is what he needs. This is exactly what's happening, and people are learning. I think the
yeah.
general casual fan sort of thing.
And he has
Which
a
I'm probably
very good knack for predicting what's just about to happen as well. Because nine
yeah.
times out of 10, what he's saying ends up happening. It's like that. Yeah, that's right. That is what he's trying to do.
It's exactly what's happening. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this fight ended. Didn't go past the first round, did it?
No, I thought Iaquinta just looked like a much bigger fighter, and
Yep, looked
like,
dominant,
it's
looked
just
stronger.
like every time he threw a punch, it was like, oh shit, he could get sparked. Then every time
Yeah,
Ogle threw a punch, it was like, well, that didn't
not,
even phase him. He's still walking
not,
forward.
yeah, he's kind of just brushing it off, wasn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah, it was like, yeah, he was dominant, he was stronger, he was more clinical with his strikes,
yeah,
and when an opportunity opened up to finish it,
yeah,
exactly what he did.
yeah. Done.
Oh right, there's his chin, bang, jumped on him, and let him get back up, and again down he goes.
Finished.
Game over. Yeah. So that's about it, really. I think that sums up that fight.
Then they announced the semi-finals.
Picks, yeah. I like the way they did that. I like the way they did that. Vic Chiesa. I like the format they did. Those matchups.
Oh right, the ones they picked. Yeah. Okay.
Vic Chiesa's going to be a good matchup because the thing is they're both. It's weird. They've got two very different styles.
Yeah.
But they're both sort of similar looking. Like they're both sort of long rangey guys.
Vic, I'm definitely going with Vic on that one because I see him in the final for some reason. I don't know why. I just see him there.
And he just seems more confident.
Yeah. He's really grown.
He's believing in himself
now.
Yeah. As long as he keeps it on the feet, he's going to win, I think.
And he's got one of those builds, those kind of slightly John Jones, Alexander Gustafsson, those type of builds where he's long, he's leggy, he's rangy, he can move.
Good sprawl.
If you get that shit under control, it's like you control the fight, where it goes and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. You can keep him exactly where you want him. That's what Dana said about his last fight. He kept it. He kept the guy exactly where he wanted
in his world.
I think we said that as well.
Yeah, probably.
Probably
knowing us, we do the same thing as Dana, sort of.
Yeah, pretty much, ish. And then he said the same thing when Lawrence lost to Chiesa. He said the only way Justin Lawrence would lose that fight is if he let it go to the ground.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he fucking did to that. So, I think as long as Vic keeps his standing, he's going to win.
And then what was the second fight?
Michelle against Al Iaquinta.
Yes. That
Again,
one.
good match. Yeah, just two very solid guys.
You know, Iaquinta's probably. If I had to pick one winner right now, it'd probably be Iaquinta.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think he's the most for real fighter, as in he's been training with Matt Serra hard,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't imagine Matt Serra's gym to be like just full of loads of people, so like he's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah,
I imagine.
100 pounds. Yeah.
Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
And again, solid mentally as well. He just seems
Yeah.
nothing seems to phase him.
Like he does, I'm not even like it's like he's got like less than a normal brain. It's like the part of your brain that worries and thinks and contemplates. He doesn't have that.
It's almost like, they say there's this thing of like humans only use 20% of our brains or something. Like he doesn't even use that. He's like, I don't even need most of that.
Yeah, he's at like 7. He's at 7.
It's like, look, what do I need? What do I need all that emotional shit for? I'm a fighter. Just keep this 5%, which is just beating people up.
Yeah, basically, I just eat, sleep, and I practice how to fight, and then I fight.
Then I fight. Yeah. Like,
That's all I do.
That fear shit. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, so that was just a trip into the mind of Al Iaquinta there.
Yeah, armchair psychologist over here. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go with I'll go Vic Iaquinta as well. I think I agree with you on that.
And then final, you never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. That occasion with the crowd.
Yeah. And they've gone back to their own training things and stuff. So it's it's a change. And then we had the most exciting part of the episode right at the end.
Yeah, and it's almost like they had to try and rush it a little bit.
Yeah, and when I said that, the most exciting part of the show, I didn't mean that in a good way. But yeah, Dominic was ruined. You could just tell he was pissed off, man. Like, this is where it comes to light now. It's like, you're out. This guy's taking your place.
Yeah, it's tough shit though, man. I mean, it's not nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like, they can cancel the fight, so
nothing you can do but get angry.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think we predicted it would probably be Henan Barral, didn't we?
Yeah.
Again,
that's definitely the one.
Again, because we're basically the same as Dana White.
As Dana White. I'm gonna make that our tagline. Rear Naked Chat. It's basically the same as Dana White. What a tagline that is. It's the same as Dana White.
Dana White in another life. Henan Barral, he looked well up for it when he came in.
When he came out, mate, it was like someone just a wild dog off the streets of Brazil. Yeah, it just looked like fucking man. He
does look wild, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he looked bigger than Faber as well.
He's just got this, that energy that Aldo has, like before he's about to fight. He's one of those. He's got that energy as well.
He's a savage.
Yeah, just like I'm ready, man. Whenever it happens, I'm there. I'm there before you are.
I wouldn't even be surprised if he literally got off the plane and driven to the TUF center, just walked straight in the door, straight up to him. Straight in.
Yeah.
Let's
Bosh.
Go. Yeah.
And that's it, all the way back to Brazil again.
Yeah, back on the plane, back home. Because apparently he there's a little bit of resistance because he's in the middle of helping Aldo in a training camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he didn't really want to leave, but obviously they've probably just thrown a lot of money at him, and he said, "Yeah, fuck Aldo."
Well, I don't think Aldo will be all right. Who's he fighting, Aldo?
Who is he fighting?
Oh, I can't remember. Okay, we'll look it up.
Yeah,
we'll discuss.
Give us a little speech bubble.
Yeah.
But I want to see him fight Korean Zombie, man. Holy fuck.
Korean Zombie, man.
I don't know what I'd do.
So exciting.
Because Aldo might be.
Oh, God.
Besides Anderson Silva. Behind Anderson, Aldo might be my favourite pound for pound fighter. But Korean Zombie, man, he's flying up that Chris's pound for pound.
You know what's scary about Korean Zombie? It's like, you forget the record and everything. Just look at him fight his last fight and the one before that and the one before that.
Yeah.
Like, look at him at his best and think he can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. Nothing's off the table with him, basically.
Aldo's not faced someone like that.
No. But then Aldo, he's fucking good.
Good review there of Jose Aldo.
Good, isn't he? One last thing, I thought they would have actually asked Faber what he thought about the but they didn't, did they?
Not necessary, mate. He's getting battered.
You reckon it's going to get done?
I reckon. Faber looked scared to me, to be honest. I tried to look in his eyes.
I don't know how much of it is fixed or whatever, but I
Yeah.
wonder if he didn't actually know who it was going to be himself. Do you think they probably prompted him beforehand?
Maybe not, maybe
So
not.
maybe there was a bit of like, he's
I
a
can
bit
see
like, oh,
Dana thinking it would be a better reaction for television if he didn't
yeah.
know.
So maybe there was a bit of that where he's just a little
Yeah.
bit
He should have
shaky.
seen it coming anyway, though, I reckon. He would have
Yeah, I
known.
think
Yeah, yeah.
everyone could
If
tell.
we knew, he must have known.
That's it. That's it.
Rear Naked Chat at Gmail, at Rear Naked Chat on Twitter, and Rear Naked Channel, which you're watching now on YouTube.
Yeah,
Rear Naked Chat.
that's about it. Bitches, peace,
See
love.
you in Brazil.
Brazil, oh yes.